Good morning, everybody. Rashida Strober here, the world's first and only dark skinned activist, the creator, the inventor, the designer, the architect of the first platform in history to fight to end what some people would call colorism, but what I call darkism. And the movement that I started was called and is called dark skinned activism, started in the year 1998, before there was social media and before there was anybody that was speaking on this topic, this subject, this issue of colorism. The reason why I say that at the beginning of all my videos is because people on YouTube have stolen and plagiarized my intellectual property, and that's why I have to come on here every single time and let it be known that it is Rashida Strober that's actually the world's first and only dark skinned activist. So I hope you guys are having a very good morning. I want to welcome you guys to attend my play reading that's coming up at the Atlanta Black Theater Festival on September 1st. That's Labor Day weekend. And it's September 1st. It's going to be at the Tubman Museum in Macon, Georgia. So it is the Atlanta Black Theater Festival, but it's going to be this particular venue is down in Macon, Georgia. I don't know why they chose Macon, Georgia, but they did. I kind of think it was I think it was a good thing to do, a good move to do, and I'm very much in support of the festival. So also, if you want to make a donation, you guys could go to my Cash App, which is $Rashidalala. Once again, that's $Rashidalala, $Rashidalala, and I am going to throw the Cash App in the chat. You guys can also go to my GoFundMe by Googling Rashida Strober GoFundMe, and you can make a donation there. My goal is to raise $5,000 for this particular performance reading of A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge. See, I have goals every time I do a show, and the goal for this particular show is 5,000. So please go and make a donation. Now, speaking of Georgia, we talking about watermelons now. We most of us talk about the South. Okay. So being a dark skinned activist, y'all, I just automatically notice things that have to do with what I feel is darkism. You know, I look through the world with a different eye than the average person. And I'm not trying to look for darkism. It just pops up in my face. It just rears its ugly head in my face. And one of the things that I always notice being from the South, born and raised in Florida, which is in the South, and my mother, my side of the family, was from Georgia. My grandma, them, they all Pelham, Georgia. That's Pelham. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Pelham, Georgia, but Pelham, Georgia is a little country, little town in Georgia. And I remember some summers I used to go to Georgia when I visited my grandma. And may she rest in peace. But you know, I was a victim of her darkism there. I'm not gonna sit there and tell no lie because I never do. People be getting mad at me. They come on my page, they come on my YouTube videos, and you know, they get angry and upset in their feelings because I be telling my darkism truth. They're mad, they don't like it. But y'all gotta understand this is my life and I'm only here to tell the truth. So, you know, there was plenty of times I would go to Georgia for the, you know, for the summer. And I'm not gonna say plenty of times. But the times that I did go, you know, I was the victim of darkism, and my grandma didn't particularly like me. I didn't do nothing to her. I was never disrespectful because I was raised you don't disrespect your elders, you don't talk back to them, you don't be rude to them, you just respect them. Even if they don't like you, even if they say stuff bad about you, you are not supposed to talk back. And that's how I live my life, you know. I never talked back to my grandma because I just gave her that level of respect. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But my grandma lived in Pelham, Georgia, and my great grandmother was, everybody brag about it because, you know, I mean, the facts are the facts. You know, uh, my great grandma was a full blooded Indian, according to my relatives. That I do believe they have some self hate going on. But and they'll talk about the her having long hair all down her back, and low key that was being used as to say, well, one person in the family, because they look more like my great grandma and they got hair down their back, that they're better. So all these low key darkism things is going on, and I know y'all like, well, what the hell does that got to do with why are these dark skinned men always selling watermelons? Because it all has to do with everything. This was the South. In Georgia and in Florida, which is Florida most of the time, I see dark-skinned men selling watermelons all the time. Now, why is that? And what does that mean? As the dark-skinned activist, the world's first and only motherfucking dark-skinned activist. You're not the dark-skinned activist. To all you copycat motherfuckers now, y'all know I had to fucking I was trying to hold my mule, okay, and not curse. But I'm saying these people have been stealing from me for the longest. You're not the dark skinned activist. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to say it. But anyway, like I said, to me, I feel that there's some darkism going on up in the fact that the majority of the people that I see selling watermelons throughout my life. And I done seen a lot of black people on the corner in a truck, whether it be new or raggedy, selling watermelons. I'm telling you right now, they usually be dark-skinned black men. And all that is darkism to me. Now, it's a flip side to it that's good. But I feel like a lot of these dark-skinned men, some of them have been relegated into that sales position. Maybe they wasn't accepted in other sales positions. Maybe they wasn't accepted in other entrepreneurial endeavors. So they have been relegated to selling watermelons, which is watermelons is something that has been historically stereotypical to black people. When people talk about chicken, when the racists talk about chicken and watermelons, they're saying that in a racist, darkest fashion to try to make dark-skinned and black people look bad. So the irony, I find great irony in the fact that the majority of the people that I see, like the man you see on the thumbnail selling watermelons on the side of the street, either in a raggedy truck or a nice new truck, are for the most part dark-skinned. Now, if you done seen somebody that's selling watermelons on the side of the street that's not dark-skinned, put it in the chat, put it in the comment section. But from my recollection, from the time I was a little girl all the way up until an adult, which about a month ago, and if I see that man again, I'm gonna ask that man to take a picture with me. I'm gonna prove it to y'all. I bought about a month ago. I purchased 2 watermelons from a very dark-skinned black. I mean, I'm talking about this man was pitch black, and his skin was absolutely stunningly beautiful. Now, I'm not gonna tell no. That man had the most beautiful dark skin, no wrinkles, and he probably was about maybe like pushing 80. That man ain't had no wrinkles in his skin. His skin was smooth. I mean, almost like that porcelain black dark skin. I'm not even lying. And he was out there in St. Petersburg on 34th Street South at this gas station that I can't stand them motherfuckers in there. I don't even like going to a gas station because the Arab guy discriminated against me one time a long time ago, and me and that motherfucker got into it, and I never forgot it. You damn right I hold grudges. So I don't particularly like going up there because I might get triggered. Because I noticed this was like when I was 19 years old. I told y'all motherfuckers I've been the dark-skinned activist. I went into his store, and this Arab guy, he was acting nasty towards me. He just had a nasty attitude, and I ain't did nothing to him. So I confronted him and asked him, why was he behaving like that? And why you acting nasty? And me and him got into this bitter, nasty argument. I told y'all motherfuckers I've been. I told y'all dark-skinned activists don't take darkism off of these motherfuckers. That's another part of the meaning of dark-skinned activism. Understand me clearly. I don't take shit off these motherfuckers. When they start coming at me in a darkism fashion, I stand up for myself. You're not finna diss disrespect me. You not fins to disrespect me. And he called me a black bitch. Yes, that's right. He called me a black bitch. And me and him got into it. He got it. I guess he think, you know, over here, the dark-skinned black people gonna get treated bad like they do in them Arab countries, and we ain't gonna say nothing. Bitch had me fucked up. He had the right one that day. I was 19 years old. I never forget it. Me and that dude got into it. I don't know if his ugly, bumpy face ass, stank breath looking ass with spit running out of his fucking side of his mouth looking ass. I don't know if he still worked there, because I'm too good to go in that store. The store is dirty and nasty and filthy. Motherfuckers need to clean that shit. Motherfucker buying food up out that motherfucker probably gonna get sick. I am way too good to go in that store. Way too good. Way too good, bitch. Okay, so I don't go in that store, but that's where I seen the dark-skinned man with the watermelons. He was like right there in the parking lot of this store where me and the Arab dude got into this big argument back when I was 19. But I stopped. I said, I'm going to support this dark-skinned man. I'm going to support this dark-skinned man. I'm going to pull over and I'm going to go get these watermelons and support this dark-skinned man. But that dark-skinned man had the most beautiful skin I ever seen in my life. And I believe some of these motherfuckers just be jealous because some of these dark-skinned people be having beautiful porcelain skin with no type of, I'm talking about no deformity in it. That skin just be smooth and pretty as all outdoors. All they got to do is put some lotion on it, and it looked like that man probably put some olive oil or coconut oil on his face. This man, and he was so nice and clean. He was like, the way he was dressed, he was some older men, they dress real nice. They keep themselves up. You know, he had on his Kango hat, had his little beard shaved up. You know, he was dark skinned with the tinge of gray in it. Child, that man was so nice looking. And I went and I bought the watermelon from him, and I was so happy to support a business. But the irony of all of this is, why is all the dark-skinned people or all the watermelon men, dark-skinned men, why? I think that has to do with darkism. I think that a lot of times, and the good part, let me talk about the good part of it too, because the good part of it is a lot of times since slavery, our people have looked down on professions that involve farming, professions that involve going out there in the earth and digging in the earth, extracting resources from the earth, living off the earth. Our people have, I think it's gotten a bad rap because of slavery, and slavery was looked down upon. So therefore, the things we did in slavery was looked down upon. But intrinsically, farming is not bad. The institution of slavery, we got to separate the institution of slavery from the practice of things such as farming. Humans are going to do that anyway, whether slavery exists or not. And farming in and of itself is actually a brilliant thing. It's actually an intelligent thing to do. Living off it, I actually got more respect for people that live off the earth than these corporate motherfuckers running around here with these suits on thinking they're better than everybody. You're not. Because if it wasn't for the earth and its resources and the ability to extract those resources from the earth and people like farmers, you wouldn't have corporations. They wouldn't exist. Because the products that the corporations sell, where do they come from? Think about that. Where do these products come from? Everything comes from the earth, baby. Everything comes from the earth. But because humans, God, again, like human beings, y'all motherfuckers are God's worst creation. Y'all destroy every goddamn thing. Y'all fuck up every fucking thing. This is why I'm anti-natalist. Fuck human beings. Fuck human beings. This is why. Because y'all fuck up. Y'all turn everything that God made that was good. Y'all bring y'all motherfucking ragged ass trying to fucking change it, trying to make it into something it's not supposed to be. And that's why the human race is so damn fucked up. That's why we're so goddamn screwed up. Because you motherfucking humans are busy trying to make shit the way you want it to be instead of keeping it the way that God created it to be naturally and intended it to be. And whenever you deter from that, you're always gonna fuck things up. Everything is gonna fucking go wrong. So farming in and of itself is a great thing, and I respect farmers. I respect people that know how to work with the earth and how to plant flowers and grow food from the earth. Man, I got so much respect for those people, more than I do for these so-called, I don't know why black people think it's a big deal to go work in corporate America. Why do y'all motherfuckers think y'all, why? Why do you think it's a big deal to go work at a desk job? You're not no better. You don't produce shit unless you're a salesperson and you on the phone, making phone calls and producing results like that. Now I do like salespeople because salespeople are probably the most important people in the organization. Salespeople and marketing folks. Okay, I do respect them because if they don't know how to market and sell the products, then ain't no money gonna be made. But then if you ain't got no products to sell, then there won't be any products to market or sell. So then we still got to go back to the earth. But there has been this, there's a class system, obviously, that's created where you got the people on the bottom and the people on the top of the economic system. And everybody knows that a person that's selling their wares on the side of the road versus a person that, I don't know, works in some corporate capacity, making a whole heap of money, they would be looked upon as being better than a person selling wares on the side of the road. This is what you human beings have done. Y'all only got yourselves to thank for that. Y'all only got yourselves to thank for that. So my thing is, there's nothing wrong with selling watermelons because watermelons come from the earth and watermelons are a very nutrient-rich plant, natural food that God made that has all kinds of healing qualities in it. But it's the human beings. Y'all are the ones that sat there and turned a watermelon into something that was racist and darkest, and you associate it with Black people eating watermelons and chicken. But when you really break that down and go, well, you saying I'm eating watermelons and you're trying to make it seem as if that is something bad, but watermelons are actually healthy for you. Watermelons have properties in it that can help to cure and prevent disease. So who's the fucking fool? You see what I'm saying? Who's the fool? And then further, you're relegating the Black dark-skinned man to being the main ones I see that sell watermelons on the side of the road because of the classist, darkest, racist structure in society. But at the same time, it's still a blessing. I look at it as a blessing, something that people try to make for bad, make for a stereotype, to make a person look bad, to say, you know what, I'm going to relegate you to the bottom. I'm not going to allow you to rise above, but still God make that person come out on top. Because I have a lot of respect for these watermelon men. Don't get it twisted. Because although this racist society has created stereotypes around watermelons and Black people, racist stereotypes, these men are still entrepreneurs, still out there on the street selling their wares, and they're selling something that's fucking healthy, you racist, darkest son of a bitches. They're not out here selling drugs. They're not out here selling, other illegal wares. They're actually selling something that's actually healthy. And maybe that dark-skinned man's skin is so beautiful and smooth because he eats watermelon. Hot Wings and Ranch, good morning. You say I support anything that's ran by a dark-skinned person as long as the person is friendly, even if I don't like the product. I you know what, I can feel you on that, the friendly part, because I'm big on the friendly as well. You also said the watermelon man or lady is always dark-skinned because they don't mind sitting in the sun for hours. And you know what? That's a great point. And that's another point that I want to piggyback off on, because I'm going back to when I say that they try to relegate things that they have deemed to be negative, like dark-skinned people can handle the sun. So they turn that around and make it into something negative, to where they try to put us at the lowest end of the economic totem pole to do the so-called low-level jobs. But these jobs, or these entrepreneurs, are really on a higher level because they're in tune with Mother Earth. Because if you're dark skinned and you're outside in the sun, and you're dark skinned and you're outside selling watermelons, sun and watermelons are God. That's God's creation. So I'd rather be in tune as a dark-skinned person selling my watermelons and being outside in the sun with God and his creation to be in tune with the evil, fucked upness of this mainstream society. The rural people, in my humble opinion, I've always deemed them to be more civilized than the so-called city people. Way more civilized, way more humanized, way more compassionate, way more caring, way more honest than you evil motherfuckers that permeate these big cities. Y'all are not fucking special. I know y'all think y'all special and y'all better than the people that's in the rural areas. That's always been the case, but you're fucking not. Because if you were so happy and everything was so good, why is it that these big cities, if you go look at the mental health statistics, you always find the highest mental health rates, suicide rates, depression rates in the fucking big cities. So much for doing so well, and I'm above everybody, and the big city life is so great. It's fucking not. Or you wouldn't have the highest rates of suicide, the highest rates of depression, and so on and so forth. You wouldn't have those things if your shit was so great and it didn't stink. I think the rural people are on to something. They've been on to something. It ain't nothing new. Well, y'all, that's what I pretty much wanted to say. I just wanted to call that out. Y'all drop y'all comments in the comment section and in the chat. Well, mainly the comment section, because I'm about to end this live. I want to make sure that everybody knows that I'm going to be doing a performance reading of my play, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge. All the information is on the screen, as you can see. The date is Friday, September 1st. The time is 4 p.m. The location is at the Tubman African American Museum, 310 Cherry Street in Macon, Georgia. So save the date. I'm also looking for sponsors. So make sure you can donate in really 3 ways. But the main 2 ways I like for you to donate is through either my Cash App, or you can donate to my PayPal. And I want to say thank you to everybody that have donated. And my Cash App, I'm going to put that in the chat. My Cash App is $RASHIDALALA, $RASHIDALALA. Once again, that is $RASHIDALALA. And I'm putting it on the screen right now. There we go. Now, if you want to go and make a donation to my GoFundMe, all you need to do is Google Rashida Strober GoFundMe, and it's going to pop right up, and you can donate there. Now, my fundraising goal for this particular performance reading is $5,000. So somebody help me reach that $5,000 goal. And I want to say I thank you to every single person that's already donated. I appreciate y'all, everything y'all do. I cannot stress how much I am appreciative of y'all and y'all financial support. But I do need more, so please make sure you go and donate. Once again, the Cash App is $RASHIDALALA, $RASHIDALALA. Make sure you like the video, and also make sure you share the video. And let's see. Sam, you said, hold on, let me get back to your comment. I'm gonna read your comment because I did see it there. You said make a video about Creoles. What do you want me to say about Creoles? What exactly do you want me to cover? Let me know what you want me to cover. Like what issues, what questions, what ideas, what stereotypes, give me an idea of what exactly you want me to speak on in regards to Creoles. Yeah, do that. But yeah, y'all, that's what I wanted to say. Always seeing these watermelon men, they're always dark skinned. Like they always, another thing too, I want to say about the watermelon men that are always dark skinned, they always look like they working the hardest. You know what I'm saying? They always look like they just out there they just look tired. I mean, that one dark skinned man with the smooth skin, he didn't look like he was tired or working hard. He did have a helper with him, and the helper was the one that got the watermelon off the truck. But the majority of these watermelon men I see, they just look like they're tired and stressed out and they're overworked and underpaid. They do. And it just makes me think about how this society love to try to relegate dark skinned people to the lowest rungs of society. And they want us to work the hardest. They want us to work the hardest and they want us to make the least amount of money. And that's darkism. That's why I said is darkism in it in this conversation about dark skinned watermelon men on the side of the road selling their watermelons. Is, you know, it's good and bad in it. I can see both the good and the bad side. But one of the bad sides, it seems like people are happy and comfortable when a dark skinned person is out in the hot sun sweating and looking like they working hard. Y'all motherfuckers want us to work hard. But if you sit in an office setting, because me personally, I don't want to be in no damn office building setting. I need to be able to move around. Now, I work for one, but don't be trying to keep me up in there all day. I need to be able to move freely. You ain't, because that's slavery too. Anything where I can't move freely, I'm getting the hell on. Any job where somebody say you got to sit here and da da da. No, we not finna do that. I'm a very hard worker. I'm a very hard worker, but you ain't finna like hold me down like no slave and tell me you got to sit here and you got to be still and be up here micromanaging me. You ain't finna be doing all that. But one thing I noticed is that when a dark skinned person, if they look like they're not working hard, people be hating on that. Why? Because you motherfuckers want dark skinned people to work hard. You want them to be out here in the hot sun sweating and looking like they tired. If they sit in the office and they over there just like typing calmly on the computer and they're not hot and sweaty, they just looking calm and peaceful, motherfuckers be mad at that. I noticed that shit too. They be mad about that too. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't when you're dark skinned. Sam said, the extreme colorism, I call it darkism. Sam. Okay. But anyway, you said the extreme colorism they have in place, how many maintain their light skin and privileges. Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay. Okay. At some point, I will make a video addressing that for sure. Yep. But yeah, y'all, I had to get this off my chest about the watermelon man. I had to get this off my chest. Oh man, I have been invited to a Juma prayer today. I kind of want to go by these lovely dark skinned people. I think the world of them, y'all. I wish I could get an interview done with them. The wife, she's like this fitness guru. She's so beautiful. She's like 70 years old, but she looks like she about 45. No lie, nice and slim, beautiful skin, always working out. And her husband, he's like this slender, dark skinned man that's like they like just like so healthy and vibrant looking, the way that they physically look, and they're like in super intelligent people. The wife was a former science teacher, very brilliant woman, and the husband did something in electronics. They're so I love intelligent, healthy eating, calm, cool, collective, dark skinned people. I adore y'all. I think like y'all are like my favorite humans on earth. I'm just gonna keep it 100. When I see dark skinned people like that, I'd be like over the fucking moon, you know. So yeah, and these, you know, I was just reading a message from the sister, and she was inviting me to the Juma prayer at 1:30, and I almost want to go. Y'all. I'm not gonna tell no lie because I love being in these people's presence because I am not naturally like a calm person, and they are. They like calm, and we pray, and we just and it's just my dad was in the Nation of Islam for like 30 years, and my dad was this cool, collective, calm, charming individual, and I just gravitate towards people like that, and that's how these dark skinned people are. But anyway. So I was just reading about it. But anyway, I gotta get on up out of here. I want to thank y'all once again for watching and listening to what I got to say about these dark skin. And another thing, these dark skinned watermelons, speaking of dark skinned people being humble, they always be humble. They're never argumentative. They're never with no ratchet foolishness. They just, all they there to do is sell they watermelons and go on about their business. I never see them like on no BS or no foolishness. You know, they're humbly and quietly and peacefully standing there waiting to make their sales. So I do respect that. I do respect that. So, like I said, it's some good parts and it's some bad parts, but that's what it is. Thank you guys for listening. Like I said, remember to make sure y'all go and donate. Y'all can see my Cash App is right here on the screen. $ Rashida Lala. Once again, that is $ Rashida Lala. Once again, that is $ Rashida Lala. Thank y'all for watching, and y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. The world's first and only dark skin activist.